Part 2 is here. We're going to be looking at even more Easter eggs that you missed in Beyonce's halftime show. Make sure to check out part 1 as well, because it's all connected. Let's go beyond the surface of Beyoncé Bowl, and we're going deep. Beyoncé performed Blackbird with 4 black female country singers. The song Blackbird is actually a cover of a Beatles song with the same name. Paul McCartney wrote the song with the Little Rock Nine in mind. The Little Rock Nine were 9 black kids, 6 girls and 3 boys, who were supposed to attend an all-white school, Central High in Little Rock, Arkansas, as a way to gradually desegregate the school. But on the day they were to attend, the Arkansas National Guard got deployed to prevent them from entering. The whole fiasco made international news, and so Paul McCartney made the song with the kids in mind. That's why you hear lyrics like, "Take these broken wings and learn to fly, take these sunken eyes and learn to see." Paul McCartney spoke with Beyonce on FaceTime about the song, and she thanked him for creating the song and also allowing her to do it. He also said, "When I saw the footage on the television in the early 60s of the black girls being turned away from school, I found it shocking, and I can't believe that still in these days there are places where this kind of thing is happening right now. Anything my song and Beyonce's fabulous version can do to ease racial tension would be a great thing and makes me very proud." So Beyonce remaking the song with black women was already monumental, and the fact that they were white, again a nod to what I spoke about in part 1, how one of the reasons is because the color white is associated with the women's suffrage movement, a woman's right to vote, but overall women having rights. During Blackbird, we saw women who were wearing veils with lights under it while holding books. Someone mentioned the 6 women to be a representation of the 6 girls of the Little Rock Nine, and you might be wondering what about the boys, but if you notice, Paul McCartney's caption only mentioned the 6 girls. The song overall is a dedication to black women and the civil rights movement. The book they're holding could represent being students who just wanted to get knowledge. One prominent picture from the Little Rock Nine is when one of the girls kept on walking with her book in hand despite the aggression around her. Some lyrics from the song are, "Blackbird, fly into the light of a dark black night." Maybe the light under the veil represents finding light through the darkness. However, this is just one take. Another take has to do with a book by the author W.E.B. Du Bois called The Souls of Black Folk, and he used the term "the veil" to describe the barrier that prevents black and white people from understanding each other and achieving equality. The veil prevents black people from seeing themselves as they are and from seeing beyond the negative image of blackness created by racism. And the veil also prevents white people from seeing black people as Americans and from treating them as fully human. This also makes sense because Beyonce is being told she's not country and shouldn't do country, as if she's not an American, and she's from the South at that. Meanwhile, people like Keith Urban, who is a white Australian man, does country music and is openly welcomed. And I literally saw a video where a woman talked about this.
Real quick, if you were not raised in the South, I need you to shut your mouth when it comes to Cowboy Carter, Beyonce halftime performance, and all the things. How's it propaganda? Quickly, okay? I rode horses. I still ride horses. I was raised by cowboys. We went to rodeos. You all don't see black people as American? I'm confused. Did you not know that this is our country also? I'm so confused why you all feel like we are excluded from the American flag. And why wouldn't you want the biggest pop star on the planet to bring attention, bring light to a culture that you all knew nothing about up until Cowboy Carter? Let's be for real.
I have one more take on the veiled women, and someone who worked on Beyonce's style team actually reposted this picture. It says, "The veiled singers at Beyonce's halftime performance reminded me of Ayo masquerades." Now y'all have to listen carefully to how I'm about to connect the dots. The Ayo Festival, aka Adamu Orisha Play, is a Yoruba festival unique to Nigeria. Back in the day, the Ayo Festival was held to escort the soul of a departed Lagos king or chief, and to usher in a new king. On Ayo Day, the main highway in the heart of the city is closed to traffic, allowing for the procession, and Beyonce's entrance was low-key giving procession. The white-clad Ayo masquerades represent the spirits of the dead. The ritual is also organized to commemorate the election of a new leader. All this could fit into what I talked about in part 1, with Beyonce wanting to kill certain ideas in order to bring in new ones. In America Requiem, she literally said, "Those old ideas are buried here." Someone pointed out how in her song Black Parade, she said, "We're wearing all attire white to the funeral, black love, we're gonna stay together." What color is everyone wearing at Beyoncé Bowl? White. And the Beyoncé stylist did mention how white is a spiritual color. This could be Beyoncé's way of calling for a positive change for black people and America on a whole. And if you're wondering, what would Beyoncé know about Ayo masquerades? What would she know about Yoruba? Well, this isn't the first time Beyoncé has referenced these things. The song Black Parade was released as a gift in celebration of Juneteenth. Bear this in mind. The song talks about wanting peace and reparations for her people. In this song, she said she has Oshun energy. She said her waist beads are from Yoruba. She also said her baby sister is repping Yemaya. Yemaya is a water spirit and the goddess of the sea in the Yoruba religion. Solange is a water sign, Cancer, born in June. In Mood Forever, Beyoncé said, "My baby father, bloodline Rwanda." She also said, "I am the Nala, sister of Naruba. Oshun, Queen Sheba. I am the mother, Ankh on my gold chain." I'm saying all this to prove that it isn't far-fetched to think Beyoncé referenced these African symbolisms in her performance because she has been talking about these things. She seems to be in tune like that. And if you're thinking, but Black Parade came out so long ago, well, guess what Beyoncé had to say about her 3-act project? She said, "This 3-act project was recorded over 3 years during the pandemic. The pandemic was 2020, the same year Black Parade was released. Plus when Texas Hold'em was released, I found a similarity between it and the Black Parade. Take a listen."
I'll be damned if I can't slow dance with you. Come pour some sugar on me, honey, too. Straw line to the barbecue. Put us any damn where we gon' make it look cute.
Tell me you heard the similarity. And fun fact, Cowboy Carter was supposed to be Act 1. The reason Renaissance came out first is because of what people went through with COVID. Plus at the time, with the killing of George Floyd, etc., there was an uprise of the Black Lives Matter movement. Beyoncé said the world needed something fun, something they can dance to, and that's how Renaissance became Act 1. I hope I haven't lost the plot, but what I'm saying is the headspace that Beyoncé was in when she created this 3-act project is to celebrate black people. Cowboy Carter stemmed from a negative experience she had with the country music industry. Racism was involved, and she took that and decided to show everyone that black people belong in every space and every genre. She's unapologetically black. Her intention is to lift up black people, which is why she featured all those prominent people in her parade at the halftime show. For the most part, it was a black parade, and they were all white to the funeral to kill the racism and all the hardships black people face, and they were all white to signify freedom. Right after Blackbird, you can hear her song Freedom's instrumental. That's not random. Beyoncé Bowl was a big hug to black people and a shout out to all things black. On the veils, Cowboy Carter was written on it. It also had a rose. Even the crew had a rose on their uniforms. There were white roses on some of the cars, and the platform Beyoncé stood on was covered with white roses. The platform also had the words "Been Country" on it. The platform is used to represent how they celebrated during Juneteenth. Flower-covered carriages would be used in parades held in Emancipation Park in Texas. She also has the pictures of Juneteenth carriages on her Been Country website. The white roses can represent purity, innocence, and hope, as well as the freed slaves. I noticed a lot of the women wore white too. Beyoncé is so thorough. When she started her performance on the field, she said 1, 2, 3, 4. Some people thought she said tres like 3 in Spanish, but it's actually tre, which is another name for Third Ward where she's from. That's why she also threw up the Third Ward hand sign.
I got the homie with me today.
Hey,
H-Time, where we at right now?
representing that tray.
Everything she does is intentional, and she always shows love to the culture and the black people. But it's a shame some black people don't give that love back. It's hard enough for black people to strive against racism, so I think it's crazy when they join with the white people to berate Beyoncé. Some white people say Beyoncé isn't country, and some black people say it too. Some white people are hating on Beyoncé's performance, and some black people are hating on it too. Meanwhile, it's a performance meant for them. The love is louder than the hate though, and that's why she continues to make her art. Comment below what you think of this video, and if you have anything to ask or add, please do so. Remember to check out part 1 and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.